Hello and welcome to Remax Premiere's 5-minute intro to Voicepad and getting it all set up. So I've gone to voicepad.com right here, and you see that's what's on your screen. I'm going to hit this log on button in the upper right hand corner, which will take me to a page that looks just like this. I've gone ahead and filled in my username. It is not case sensitive, and I filled in my password. I'm my account type agent. I'm going to go ahead and hit log on. This is the first time I've ever logged on with this account, and so it's going to ask me to enter a new security code, so I will do just that. And then go ahead and log on. I accept all that stuff. Make sure that your email address and your phone number, hopefully mobile would be the best way to go, is correct here. And then select your cell phone carrier. Mine is Sprint, so I will select Sprint. This is important for text messaging. Going to go ahead and hit next. Now you can have the option of recording your name and company, and I highly suggest you do that. Basically, verify that this is your cell phone number, hit record now. Eve will call you within 10 seconds and will prompt you, and you can record your name. And so it's actually really pretty easy to do. I'm going to skip this for the moment, so I'm just going to hit next. You can do it again later. Excellent. Now I'm into the main dashboard of Voicepad. Since this is the first time, I really want to make sure my profile is configured correctly, so I'm going to go into my profile. And inside my profile, I'm going to verify my name, company name, and address is all correct. Use the company address, of course. Change how Voicepad contacts you. You can click into phone, which I will do. And let's talk about some of these options. All right, we've already filled this in. This is your cell phone number. This is for bilingual inquiries only. If someone calls the Voicepad line and they want to listen to the information in Spanish, and then they hit the button to dial through to the agent, it will go to you. If you do not speak Spanish, it may be a very short conversation. So you might want to partner with a Spanish-speaking agent, put in their phone number here. You will still get the lead and the information, but it will call your Spanish-speaking partner, and hopefully they'll be able to manage that and handle that deal. So it would be great. Down here under text messaging, we've already kind of done this on our initial setup. There's your phone and there's your carrier. If you'd like to test the text messaging capability, go ahead and hit test text message. If you use Sprint or Singular or AT&T and one of them doesn't work, try the other one. And that's just a note from Voicepad, something they had told me. Also down here, new voicemail notification. This is Voicepad's voicemail system, and they have the ability to take voicemail messages. So if someone calls you, in the middle of the night, it'll go to their voicemail system. But then you can only pick up your voicemail there. I much prefer to turn off call announcement. So I'm going to hit this button right here, find out more. Yada yada yada. Here's what will happen if you turn off call announcement. The calls will go to your cell phone. That sounds good to me, so I'm going to turn that off. I don't think this is an excellent feature for us, but I could see why some people might want to use it. So down here I have new voicemail notification. That won't matter right now since I've turned the voicemail off. And inquiry notification, I want that on. What that's going to do is anytime anyone's listening to one of my properties, it will, within about 10-15 seconds, it should text message me their phone number. And so I will, and any other information it has, which is pretty much just their phone number and what property they're looking at, in order for me to call that person back and hopefully register them with the system so they can be one of my users. I'm going to go ahead and save these changes, and I'll go to email. Email is pretty easy. Just make sure your email address is correct. Would you like to be notified upon each inquiry via email? That's fine. You'll get a text message. You'll also get an email every time anyone's listening. If you have several people that are all managing all the properties all the time, you can actually put in another email address. And then each time an inquiry comes into the email address, it will always go to both of these. This is sort of one way to do a team setup. There's another way if you want to get a little bit more defined into it. But for now, I'm just going to go back. Over here, call detail summary. That is how often you'll get a report about all the calls that came into you, weekly, daily, or never. And so save and return. Here's where you change your password. Here's where you can re-record your name if you either didn't like it or if you didn't do it at the beginning. And here is team setup. In team setup, I don't have any properties, but you can actually pick a particular person for each individual property if you're so interested. Alright, so that is the basic setup of Voicepad. I've got just a couple of seconds, but I'm going to go into My Buyers here for registering your buyers. Hit the Register New Buyer. Name, phone number up to 3, always cell phones would be great, and email. Email on property match means that when they do listen to a property, they'll get an email about it. And really, that's the quickie setup of Voicepad. Enjoy!